Welcome to the podcast. And y'all ask, what I'ma talk about with y'all ass? Everything from Nostradamus, slow pump, all the way down to Donald Trump. But black issues will be always at the forefront. Hoodies, I know that's just what y'all want. Black life, black love, all of the above. It's King Rashidi hoodies, ice tone gloves. I'm ready, it's Rise, God King. Rest in peace to the God Queens. Hey.
Yerp, what's going on? Welcome back to Hoodies the Podcast. I'm your host, King Rashidi. And we here, man. We are here. On several fronts, we here. You know what I'm saying? This is day one. Not even the whole day, but this is the first day of a mandated shutdown of barbershops. And listen, I'm not here to complain or nothing like that because, you know, some people been closed, you know, for a couple weeks now. I mean, well, some of y'all been working from home. So, but for small business owners like myself, some people have already had to close up shop, as I stated in podcast 39. But last night at midnight was the mandated deadline for barbershops here in VA. I'm here in Newport News, and this is day one. It's ill, man. It's ill. Yesterday, my barbers, you know, took some of their things, you know, I guess clippers or whatever. I don't know what they plan on doing, cut from home, or I don't know. I'm sure, you know, the spirit we got in here, I'm sure they're not gonna sit around and not make no money at all. And I don't expect them to. Of course, I ain't, you know, I'd be a dick if I was to charge booth rent or something like that. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, this is day one. But yeah, I was saying my barber's leaving. Not leaving, but leaving, packing up. You know what I'm saying? Preparing for what's supposed to be a 30-day thing. So, you know, that was some sad shit. I mean, they was looking all sad, and you know, Amanda, she's like, I'm gonna miss you, shitty. Fuck out of here. And I get it. You know what I mean? Well, maybe I don't know me like that, but this isn't the time. Like, I can't. And I'm the leader, so I can't afford to take this time to be all sad. This is the time to come up with some solutions and some alternative ways to make some bread. You know, because if I'm not making money, then I gotta dip into my savings used to pay bills or whatever. So yeah, when no money's coming in, then you gotta dig into the pot. So I ain't too happy about that. Once again, like I said, I'm not worried, but I am concerned. I feel especially bad for people that's I feel especially bad for people that just started business. I'll be going to my 7th year this year. So some people who's just really started and been in business for like a year or so, they feeling this. And especially for those who are under a year, they don't need this shit. But we here. And I don't want to come off with this real woes me spirit, but listen, man, listen. Y'all remember that song Window Shopper by 50 Cent? I think it was on the Get Rich or Die Trying soundtrack, and one of the bars in that record, he said, everybody mad when they paper don't stack right. Everybody mad when they paper don't stack right. That's a dope bar. Ever since I heard that, when I first heard the record some years ago, that one line stood out. You know, cause that's super big facts. Everybody mad when they paper don't stack right. So 30 days, supposed, and just like everything else, I mean, you figure school closings started off, you know, just 2 weeks. And now it's for the rest of the academic school year. So, you know, yeah. So hopefully this is no longer than 30 days that, you know, the shop is out of commission. So, yeah. So we here. You know, it's real out there for the black entrepreneur. All of them, but of course, I'm for my people first. That's how I'm wired. And it's and yeah, we experience things other people don't. You see, Arabs, and I'm saying Arabs. Let's keep it real. Most of those who are from the Middle East are not all Arabs. Because I think Arabs comes from those who are from Arabia, right? And we call all of them Arabs or Arabs or whatever. They ain't. Most of them ain't Arabs. Most of them from Jordan and places like that. Saudi Arabia. Well, duh, that would make them Arabs, right? Any place other than that. I'm just saying. Anyway, a lot of them tend to, do business with each other. Jews, Asians, they tend to do business with one another. So the struggle is a little realer for the black man because a lot of us don't shop with one another. When we come around, we want discounts and things of that nature. I mean, I'm all for a good deal, but it's also, if you're providing a service, it's also good. I mean, it's different if you're selling products or whatever, because there's really no telling. Because a lot of times, if a person can come down on the price, then chances are they paid so much more. No, they paid so much less than what they're charging. So sometimes they can afford to be haggled. But when you're providing a service that you put heart and soul in, then, I just don't believe in giving a discount. If it's like items or whatever, items that you probably bought wholesale, then you can. Most times, people can afford to, be haggled and come down on the price a little bit. But if you're providing a service, then nah. Accountants and barbers and stylists, and things of that nature, massage therapists, nail techs, independent truck drivers, independent anything. When you're providing a service, and I just went off on a tangent, but it's rough for the black entrepreneur. And this is day one. This is day one of making no money. True, it gives me some time to myself. Gives me some time to meditate a little more. Get to know me more. Exercise. I think for the first time ever, I planked for 5 whole minutes today. It's usually like 2 or 3. But I went a little harder today, so that's a positive. I can take the time on top of reading. As you all know, I've been reading The Laws of Human Nature. Robert Greene is also, another book, Still in the Wrapper. Look at that. Still got the plastic on. I haven't even touched it yet. There's a few books over there I haven't touched yet. But this Nonviolent Stuff Will Get You Killed by Charles E. Cobb Jr. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty dope, right? Hold on, the light is flashing, but that's pretty dope. We got the Elder on the front of it. You know what I'm saying? With a shotgun. This is the nonviolent. They said this nonviolent stuff will get you killed. How guns made the civil rights movement possible. So, like I said, it's still in the plastic. It says up top, a bracing and engrossing celebration of black armed resistance. Man, I can't wait to read this. You know what I'm saying? And then another one. This is rare. This took forever to get to me because I think this copy came from overseas. This is called The Life and Loves of Mr. Jive. Hold on. The Life and Loves of Mr. Jive Ass Nigga by Cecil Brown. No cover or nothing. Like I said, this is a rare find. I happened to see this on Instagram, and it had a different cover. But when I actually went to buy it, to buy a copy, this is how it came. So there's nothing but the title alone. Matter of fact, that's what got me, the title. The Life and Loves of Mr. Jive Ass Nigga by Cecil Brown. As a matter of fact, this author, Cecil Brown, because I, Googled, a little information about the book. The author had a hand in writing Which Way Is Up, featuring Richard Pryor. So I'm also excited to read this too. He must have been a player because the character, a lot of the characters in, the character in Which Way Is Up, you know what I'm saying? Let's go check out Which Way Is Up, and that'll help you understand where I'm going with this. Got a lot on my mind. My energy isn't as high as it normally is. Got a lot on my mind. There's a lot going on. Like I said, I'm not panicking. I'm in a space right now. I'm in a space. I'm gonna eat soon. I'm hungry. I had a mango I was gonna eat, but I think it went bad. So yeah, day one of the 30-day shutdown of small businesses, or as they say, non-essential. You believe these motherfuckers said non-essential? Yeah, all right. Non-essential, my dick. You know what I'm saying? I'm essential, motherfucker. All black businesses are essential. We just need to get to know that. We as a whole, as a collective, need to. Yeah, y'all know what I'm gonna say. But yeah, man, I'm gonna take this time out to be constructive, be creative, figure out other ways to make dough. I got to. I ain't sitting around for 30 days and not making no money. You dig what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen. I take that any way you want. Of course, I'll take my precautions. Got my, gloves over there, my latex gloves. You know what I mean? Got my face mask. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Got my face mask, all that. Not that I think, I don't know. I don't know what to think in terms of its effectiveness. I don't know about the terms of any of the effectiveness of any of this. We really don't know shit. And I was going to go off on a bit talking about how we really ain't free. But this is a little different. This here is a possible, contraction of a virus. And like I said in podcast 39, whether it's real or not or whatever it is, something's going on. And it's important for us all to keep our head on the swivel. Like I said, podcast 39. Something's going on. Something. And more and more people are coming down with it. I believe rapper Slim Thug just said he got it. And he tested positive for it. And then various other people in some reports, don't understand how accurate they are, but some reports I happened to be watching earlier that the people getting it, getting the virus in New York is doubling every 3 days. So yeah, back home in Chicago, things are shut down. I think my uncle, he works in the food industry, and a lot of the restaurants and so forth, they're making it to where you can only carry out or do like DoorDash or Uber Eats. So that hits him. I'm not sure what his position is there. Yeah, I'm not sure if he cooks or whatever. If you're a cook, then I'm sure you're probably still working then, because somebody's got to cook the food, right? So, and if you're Uber Eats or DoorDash driver, I'm sure you're still out there eating. Even if your day job has you at home or has you laid off or whatever. And then see for the black entrepreneur, it's a little different because some people get to use their sick time, vacation time, and things of that nature. So, other people have little bailouts here and there. I'm not sure if it's 100% adequate, but it's better than nothing. For the business owner, not so much. Yeah, I do have a little something set up with New York Life. And I am starting to feel more and more inclined to call them up and see if I'm entitled to anything. Should I need that? So yeah, it's real. This is real. We talk all day about doing for self, and this is one of the cons to doing for self. When you don't work for a bigger business, there isn't as much security. There isn't as much. So by being independent, by being an entrepreneur, now you have to get creative in terms of what are you going to do now. Yeah, it's really real, and I'm still taking it all in. I haven't felt much like talking on the phone or anything, at least not yet. I'm still wrapping my head around this whole situation. I'm wrapping my head around it. Like I said, I'm not panicking. I'm not worried. I am concerned. I'd be a fool not to be. So, but listen. Like I said, I haven't been really talking to people much. Whether they understand or not, that's on them. Um, and same for y'all. If you need a minute, if you are in this, or if you are in an industry that's similar to mine, say you're a tattoo artist or like all the other professions that I named, nail tech, massage tech, or whatever you are, and you're here in VA and it just hit you. You know what I mean? We talked about what we do when this time came, and now it's here. And now whatever our plan was, we have to be strategic and move with now, because it still involves dealing with people. So now you're thinking, am I further putting myself at risk here? Is it worth it? Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, like I said, I'm just wrapping my head around all of this, and I can feel it. At any moment now, a light bulb is gonna flicker on. A light bulb is gonna flicker on. I can feel it. So I'm not worried because I know self. I know me. Yeah. But this is real. This is the life. This is it. This is what it's all about. Skill. Yeah. Yeah. But we don't have a choice but to be okay. And I ain't on no woe is me, because like I said, some people got it so much worse. I ain't one of them dudes. So, yeah, man. So, yeah, like I said, you can always binge on Hoodies the Podcast. Start with Podcast 1, work your way up. Check me out, man. Critique and tell me how terrible I am, or tell me how good I am. Just holla at me, dead ass. Holla at me. And, yeah. Hey, you can go over to my SoundCloud or whatever and check that out. It's King Rashidi. Check it out, King Rashidi. Listen to some of my music. Tell me how terrible it is. You know? Tell me how terrible it is. Or you can check me out on BandLab. There's a couple songs on SoundCloud that are not on BandLab, and then so and vice versa. So there's a lot of good movies on Netflix. I checked out the Self-Made series. I believe it was a mini series, and that might be it right there. I don't know if it's gonna be another series. I doubt. I think it was just a mini series, and I thought it was pretty inspiring. And don't get me wrong. I do understand that with biopics or biopics, whichever you want to call it. I do understand that when you do pieces like that, I understand that there's a lot of things that they leave out. There's a lot of things that they embellish about. A lot of little elements in there probably didn't necessarily happen. And then some things that did happen, they probably omitted from it. Just like the Spike Lee joint, Malcolm X. For example, if you've seen the movie Malcolm X, particularly the one that was made by Spike Lee, right? If you see that one, the brother who, I guess you can say, gets fetched Malcolm Little out of the trash, right? In the movie, his name is Brother Baines. In the book, though, his name is Brother Bimby. Bimbi. Bimby. So, maybe Baines sounded better for the movie. There's a few other things. Like Malcolm tried his hand at boxing, in his earlier years. And he got his ass beat. That's in the book, but of course that's not in the movie. The movie Self-Made, it's a movie inspired by Madam C.J. Walker. Madam C.J. Walker, her real name is Sarah Goodlove. Sarah Goodlove. And remember back in the day, like say for example, back in the day, people would address you as like, they would say, Mr. and Mrs. Rashidi Asheki Boomba. And some people, depending on how further back you were, or what the part of the country you lived in, or part of the world for that matter, you referred to as madam. So if you are my woman and someone was to address you in those days, they would address you as Madam Rashidi Asheki Boomba. So Sarah Goodlove was married to a brother by the name of Charles Joseph Walker, C.J. Walker. So her name is derived from his name, Madam C.J. Walker. Okay. I ain't gonna tell you a whole lot about the movie. It's on Netflix right now. Check it out. I gotta admit, I was inspired, and I can already hear the wokes, the super wokes, probably saying, "Oh, the black man was emasculated because brother C.J. Walker, was he made his mistakes, as did she, as did a few brothers in the film." Well, no, I'm gonna say, just check out the fucking movie. I think it's pretty dope, and I know the wokes will dissect it just like they dissected Black Panther, and they got a right to do that. They got a right to do that. They have a right to take it in the way they see fit. So I'm not saying that. So check it out and let me know what you think. But I was inspired by it. A black woman, in an era where shit is already hard enough for the black man. Here it is, a black woman made the best of a really great idea. And she empowered her own people in the process and grew to be, don't quote me on this, and grew to be one of this country's first black millionaires, maybe even billionaire, but let's stop at millionaire. Definitely self-made. Check that out. I think you'll all be inspired by that. I was very inspired. It was a trip how people around her thought small. They thought, and then another thing woke folk might talk about is that Tiffany Haddish is in it, and Tiffany Haddish plays Madam C.J. Walker's daughter. And they may have some things to say about her role and whatever. Watch the movie and you will see. You'll see what I'm talking about. So I can already hear the super wokes dissecting that and saying it showed black women in a negative light. And I suppose I get it. You understand? But it's a matter of perspective again. Because at the end of the day, that's all we can really control is our perspective and how we perceive things. So yeah, check it out. I personally thought it was dope. There were a couple of things and I thought, but the overall message is what got me dead ass. It dope movie. I am inspired by that. And yeah, so I guess it behooves us all to pick up a book and read what wasn't in the movie. How about that one? So then there's nothing to debate about. I have not read anything on Madam C.J. Walker. I do know she had a hand in black hair care products. And though she didn't invent the hot comb, she invented, I believe, products that could go hand in hand with the hot comb. It's almost like somebody who's like in the marijuana industry. Sure, you may not necessarily be growing the plant yourself, but you are creating accessories like pipes, bongs, papers, things of that nature, or cases, smell-proof cases so that you don't smell the ganja, stuff like that. So that's what I mean. So yeah, check it out, man. Check it out. So there's plenty of things to do, exercise. I ain't doing that bullshit ass, push-up challenge. Hey, I guess there's much worse challenges out there. Yeah. So yeah, man. Day one. I got a lot more time. So I got a lot more time to do podcasts now. So I'm be podding my ass off, along with my developing plan. Right. So yeah, man. I ain't gonna keep you long. I just wanted to check in with y'all and say that we will get through this, because if you're watching this, if you started off watching this and you're still watching, that means I think it's safe to say that maybe you rock with me a little bit, right? So I'm gonna say we're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this. We don't have a choice. Fuck, I'm talking about. We don't have a fucking choice but to get through it. Ain't no maybe we'll fuck that. We'll get through this. You know what I mean? I ain't even talking about no fucking stimulus package. Fuck a stimulus package. Just lift the fucking ban on small businesses working, get out my way, and I can get the money. I can get my own motherfucking stimulus. Dig me? So, we're getting through this. We ain't got no choice. Because that's how we're built. Dig? So yeah. Yeah, man. Love yourselves. Stay positive. Stay on your diet. Stay up. Dead ass, dead ass, dead ass. That's my word for the day. Dead ass. You know? And keep your head on a swivel and all that good shit, man. And if you're with your kids, now you got time to do some of the things you didn't have time for. You know? So yeah. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna take this time, I'm gonna create something, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna get busy. So yeah, no sad faces. Let's smile. Let's smile. Let's find something to laugh about, something to smile about. You know? Yeah. Yep. I'm King Rashidi, man. This is Hoodies.
To the podcast. What am I talking about? Who?
Always at the forefront. This King Rashidi. Hoodies.
I'm ready. God King. God Queen.
Hello.